Well, one issue I'd like to address, if I may answer first, is clubs. I'm a member of several on-campus organizations here, and we have about 250 of them, and I believe that they would, and I would actually argue that they're just as important as academics in individual development. That being said, I'd like to push for greater funding for clubs, better allocation of said funding, and increased chances for visibility. Just going to Sac State's website and clicking on a link to find the list of clubs is not effective.
Team Action strives. We want to host more campus events with ASI programs, including the Aquatic Center, Peak Adventures, OGA, KSSU, etc. And I work personally with all of these programs, and they're doing a fantastic job. And when students have opportunities to be with other Sac State students, they feel more involved and connected.
As it stands, the retention rate at CSUS is about 76% university-wide and 76.9% in the SSIS college. I would like to see that increased into about 80% over the course of my term, and I plan to do that by making sure students get involved.
I promote bringing professionals into the field, from the field, so students can figure out what they want to do and they can see firsthand what they want to pursue in.
I think that they should be intertwined. I think they should have very close communications with each other and a very close link, because when you think about it, those two really are inevitably linked together, and we should make sure that both have very close connections and can really work together to make our campus a better place.
And I've worked with student activities already, and I built relationships with most everybody in that office and talking directly to different clubs and orgs, and so I think that I have done that already, and I will continue to build relationships when I'm in office.
The biggest problem is that people don't know what ASI is. So we have responsibility as ASI officers to make sure that the gap between us is eliminated. And if we do that, then yeah, people will vote because they'll care, because they'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to vote for director, I'll make sure I vote because whoever the director turns out represents me and they represent my interest.
I think what we can do for this is to really let people know that the benefits of voting ASIs. I want to let them know that ASI has a big impact on their college life.
My plan is to go ahead and work with business advising, because I know it's really difficult for students to get advising going, and I'm going to encourage all the directors of the colleges to go for this and make sure students really have a good advising center and make sure they get out of here in 4 or 5 years.
What I would do is to push the process, to speed up the process, to let them know that we have a leadership center that they can make them as competitive as those students in US, UC schools. I think that would absolutely keep the retention way high.
My goal of trying to go ahead and get rid of this gap between ASI and students is when freshman orientation happens during the summer. That I know a lot of student activities has their segment during it. A lot of the programs have their segments. The ASI have their segment as well. That's the time when we could go ahead and target all of the students that are coming into the college.
I don't think we have a really good relationship between the faculty and the students. We need to build that relationship. We can ask the faculty to promote ASI for us. Like, I mean, a lot of students just go to classes and go home. They don't really know what's going on the campus, but they have to be in classroom, right?